Welcome back to Boom and Bust. I'm your host, Tony Clement, here with His Excellency Alfredo Martinez Serrano. He is Spain's ambassador to Canada. Sir, you mentioned CETA. That's the free trade agreement with Europe. Maybe delve a little bit deeper. Very interesting. You said it's now at its 5-year anniversary. So tell us a little bit what you have observed and what your government has observed with the expansion of trade with Canada on that front.
Well, it's very important to know, and this is the key issue, that CETA is a very special instrument. We have two countries that are very much like-minded, structurally from the economic viewpoint, very close. So this means that we have gone beyond a traditional trade agreement. CETA is not only about trade, but it's also about a certain cosmovision, which happens to be shared. There are labor standards, there are environmental standards within CETA, and it is bringing us together in a certain framework. The European Union, and this is very important for Canadian viewers, is probably the most fascinating integration project in the world. We are 27 countries, and there is something very important. The vast majority of them have ratified already CETA. Since we have this instrument, this is showing not only the political will, but the potential, as far as trade relations are concerned, to interact between us. And many Spanish firms, attracted by this level of stability and security of the framework, are selling their products in Canada, and on the other hand, Canadian firms in Spain. This is the situation that has provided us with such an instrument that grants us a huge potential to make our trade grow. So elaborating in a very concrete manner, I can tell you that our trade relations have increased in the last 5 years by more than an average of 33% in general between Canada and the European Union. And the growth in Spain is even sharper. We are around 35, 36%. And this framework tackles also another two dimensions of the economy. One, very important also for the viewers, investment, because this is about trust and this is about money flows. So this means that investment from Canada and Spain have been growing, and the investments of Spain in Canada have been growing too. And third issue, Spanish business firms, due to this framework that grants us trust and credibility, are coming here to stay. So you will be seeing that, for instance, 2 lines in Toronto subway, Ontario line and Scarborough line, will be built by Spanish firms in consortium soon, and with alliances with Canadian firms. All this economic environment is so important, and it's showing that our country shares many things, Mr. Clement, from demographics to a certain conscience of middle powers around the world, and a commitment to certain principles and values. We feel very close to Canada.
That's very interesting. And what you've just highlighted indicates that procurement is open and free as well. So I'm presuming, according to the tenets of the trade agreement and economic agreement more broadly, as you've mentioned, that you have to be open to bidders from around the European Union and Canada into the European Union. Is that correct?
That's correct. And this is so important for consumers and for citizens in general. If you open competition, prices go down. And we have also a great advantage. We can cooperate also on the technological side and in a different dimension that will be providing services to citizens. So this openness of economy has a direct impact in our lives.
I wanted to also talk a little bit about something that you referenced in the first segment, which is some of the technological and innovation things that are going on in Spain, but perhaps even collaborations that deserve highlighting. We've got about a minute to go. I might have to cut you off, but please start with your explanation of that.
Yes, my explanation is very simple. And if we need to communicate something to our viewers, is that we're in the middle of the technological and digital revolution. And if we want to be front runners around the world, we need to manage this situation wisely. So this means that you need to grow in multilateral and bilateral relations within the framework of technology. Spain and Canada are working hard. And let me tell you about three measures that are stimulating these relations. The first one, which is of paramount importance, is that Canada is negotiating its presence in several international instruments, such as the program Horizon. Minister Champagne was in Brussels quite recently.
I think we're
The
going to have to
second,
cut it off there. Hold
all right.
that thought. We're going to take a brief commercial break.